Intermission, mochi pounding. Satu's here. Speaking of New Year's Day, it's all about New Year's food, mochi, and New Year's gifts. Shrine visit and New Year's card are also the standard of New Year. As a child, I ran to buy toys and games while grasping the New Year's gift tightly, but I only remember lazying around with sake when I had become an adult. Work? There's no work during the New Year's Day, you know? Arisa's cheeks sure can stretch like mochi. Off, re-fez, mfi. I wonder how are they this springy even though they're thin. What is mochi nanodesu? Stretch. Poki and Tama, who caught notice of mochi word, came asking. Mochi you see, is. Master, please. Arisa's punishment is. Lulu interceded reservedly when I was going to explain about mochi. When I look below, Arisa is looking up with teary eyes. Sorry, I forgot. I immediately prepare the wooden mallet, and the traditional mortar for mochi making. Unfortunately, the glutinous rice has to be soaked in the water for one night, so we can't pound the mochi right away. Even though there are ripening magics, there's no magic to speed up mochi soaking. I think Magician Bunch are negligent. It's probably of water type magic. I'll try experimenting some things tonight. Mia seems hesitant since she doesn't like memorizing, but if I let her eat some delicious mochis, she will most certainly help in making the magic for the sake of easier mochi making. The azuki beans and black soybeans for the mochi fillings also have to be soaked in the water for a night. I've already mass-produced red bean jam for the Muno roll back then, but I can't use it unless for mochi daifuku. I continue preparing the ingredients while thinking about more ideas. Adding things like cheese or strawberry sounds good other than traditional Japanese ones. That's right, for this occasion I should try preparing various odd ones. Since I don't know which ingredients would be well received after all. Flat nanodesu. When I was making the mochi, Poki and Tama wanted to do it too, so I changed with them. Nana is in charge of flipping the mochi beside them. Me too. I want to flip it over too. Alright, you can change with me, so use these. Since Arisa and Mia looked interested in trying, I gave them thin gloves. What's with the gloves? Your wrist would break if the mallet swung by Poki and Tama hit it, you know? These gloves are the same things Lulu used in the labyrinth, so it would produce a small magic shield to guard against the hit. It's mainly to prevent the mochi from sticking though, however they probably won't be careful I don't make this much threat. I can heal them in an instant even if they get hurt badly, but we wouldn't be able to eat the pink-colored blood mochi after all. While watching Arisa and Mia, who are nervously flipping the mochi, Lulu and I make the mochi into round shapes. We put the fillings that have been prepared beforehand during this process. The little girl maids from the mansion are also helping rounding the mochi. Akaki, it's amazing that Lulu-sama and Master-sama look fine. Yufufu, it'll be fine if you dip your hands on cold water beforehand, you know. My hands are sticky. If you put this flour on your hand beforehand, it won't get sticky. Well, it is hot, but it's nothing compared to when I put my hand in the forge. I continue working while feeling heartwarming from watching Lulu helping the little girl maids. Poki. Tama. Akaki, the mochi is Arisa. When I look at the noisy screams, it seems that Poki has failed something due to strange action she did during the mochi making. Apparently, the mochi on the mallet has coiled on her body. Beside her, Arisa, who has been covered in mochi from her head down, looks terrible. Lulu goes there to control the situation while saying some wife-like thing, Ara, my. Their burns are healed with Mia's water magic, and the dirts are cleaned with Lulu's life magic, but Poki, who was doing careless thing with food, and Arisa, who instigated her, are being made to do Caesar and scolded by Liza. Large quantity of mochi in 4 types, plain, sweet, staple and colored, are lined up full on display. I might have made a bit too much. I guess I can just give the excess to the orphanage and the training school. Delish. Freshly made mochi is the best after all. Stretch. Emo, mochi person is tough notisu. It's sticking on my mouth. Delicious. The youth troupe are enjoying the freshly made plain mochi. That's right. Mochi has to be roasted. Liza is already fetching the tool now. I call Marissa, who's stressing with mochi on one hand. There's guga in this mochi. It's smooth anko here notisu. Beans are delicious too. NN, honey mochi, good. Ah, I'm full before the grill came honey. Arissa looks at me while eating the mochi, looks like she has something to say. Honey mochi is a mochi that puts out thick honey when you chew them. If you chew on them further, the honey mixed with mochi tastes unexpectedly good. It's a bit too sweet, so I feel I've had enough with one. This one has cubed meat in it notisu. Here is teriyaki chicken. NN, custard. Most of them seems to be popular. Oh? Arissa falls prostrating on the ground like orts. Did she have a heartburn? What's wrong? Japan's culture is remodeled. You're exaggerating. Food is something that's always evolving. Here comes one for the conservative Arissa. I point at Liza, who's come carrying false brazier magic tool and wire mesh. Arissa, who's revived, immediately puts the mochi on the mesh and begins the roasting. Since the mochi didn't swell well, I tried doing various things like drying the surface, or adding cut on the surface. The mochi is alive notisu. Pyokupyaku. Slime. The youth troupe can't take their eyes off the swelling mochi on top of the mesh. Yup, it's worth the hardship. Even though she's feigning to be calm, Liza's eyes has been chasing after the mochi since a while ago. I guess it's about time? I hand the plate with poured soy sauce to Arissa. Really, eating mochi has to be like this after all. However, it seems that the only people who enjoy the conservative soy-sauced roasted mochi are Arissa and me. The other members are more receptive to the other mochis which I've prepared in jest. Cheese can see the inside. This mochi is hiding the Hamburg sensei notisu. Caramel taste. This teriyaki mayo tastes wonderful. The teriyaki taste is mixed with the mochi when I chew on it, it's as if I'm eating another kind of meat texture. Well, it's alright so long they like it. I bite the soy flour covered mochi while looking at everyone who looks happy. Right, I'll challenge myself by making mugwort mochi and green bean mochi next time. Having cherry leaf mochi during the Kingdom Spring Conference sounds good too. Oh, looks like the zenzei is complete. The pot with zenzei inside is being brought out from the kitchen by Lulu. The mansion maid's unit are following behind her while carrying the tablewares. Ah, the combo of salty sweet mochi with the zenzei is dangerous. They can be connected even while hot, creating the infinite combo. I'm so happy it's scary. Mochi scary. Zenzei is also scary notisu. While thanking Lulu and the maid's unit, I add another new mochi for the girls. While eating the zenzei, Ms. Mitruna, whom I'm always troubling with, and Princess Maisha with her maid have also mixed in. They're amazed with the sweet mochi that Mia's recommended, passing the enjoyable time. After the party had ended, Nana carried the case with a lot of sweet mochis and went to share them to the orphanage. She must be watching over the young organisms and the mochi right now. In the future, I ended up having to distribute mochis to my Labyrinth City acquaintances who knew about this mochi party. The little girl maids and the orphanage teachers who knew about the price of glutinous rice in the Labyrinth City looked like they were going to faint. They're cheap though. After eating the mochi, Arissa pestered me that she wanted to eat the food served in New Year Day, but unfortunately, I didn't know the recipe at all, so I couldn't reproduce it. I was good at sampling the New Year food that my mother and grandmother made though. Intermission, Pokey and Tama's part-time job. Oi, you there? Come with us, we're hiring you. We don't need it notisu. Besides, we're in break today na notisu. Don't be cheeky after the trouble of me inviting you. Forceful is no good. Some doggone children called us when I was playing with Pokey. He seemed arrogant even though we looked the same age. I'm sorry. This guy has a bad mouth. Gon is a hopeless guy who can't help but speak meanly with cute girls. Forgive him. My name is Ken, this tall one here is Han. The heck you two? From big to small it's Han, Gon, and Ken. The three of them are doggin boys. I was called cute Notisu. Pokey is cute. Pokey is cute. However, these three boys look somewhat dirty, not cute. How about it? I can't pay you daily, but if you properly carry our baggages, I'll treat you to a meal. Meal? Meat Nanotisu. Meat? Masters said that he's doing barbecue today. I'm looking forward to it now. Alright. We are men. We're going to splurge on meat today. Yay, Nanotisu. Is that alright, Ken? Making a promise like that. Acting cool alone. Before we knew it, we've gone to the labyrinth to carry baggage for the three. I can't let Poke go alone. Because I'm the Oni-chan after all. Gon, get back, it's dangerous to be in the front alone. Hee as if I'm scared of one goblin. Wait, Gon, Ken. The baggage carrier girls won't catch up with us if we rush. I exchange a look with Poke. We're only carrying the hopping potato the three have defeated just now in the big bag, so we're alright. We're alright Nanotisu. Piece of cake. Is that so? The tall Han is breathing roughly. Are you alright? Oh wah, two of them appear from the shadow. Han, you take care of one. Ken, handle two of them until I defeat it. Okay. This looks like a hard fight. The three boys jump out toward the goblins who are keying. I'd like to cover them by throwing stones, but since they said, don't throw stones from the back when we entered the labyrinth, I won't throw. That's why, I'll cheer. Do your best. Do your best Nanotisu. Yet. The blood comes out drip drip when the goblin bites, it looks really painful. Poke covers her eyes with her palms, looks like she can't watch it. Need help? I'm all right. Don't worry. He doesn't look really all right. Oi, the dogkins over there. Do you need help? Thanks. Please take care the two of them. He just said that he didn't need help. They obediently asked for help when another explorers came. It's a bit complicated. Understood. Yusesa, get the one on the right. Yes. Oh? It's Yusesa and Rubabai. They're Pendragon Training School's graduates. I greet them with Chopin pose. Yoh, no one notices it. Amazing, they defeated one in an instant. Don't you know? They're Pendera. They're elite graduates who wear the blue mantles. The Doggin boys defeated the decreased goblins while bleeding. It looks really painful. Poke stops their bleeding with bandages. Thank you very much. Don't mind it, we help each other in time of need. Yusesa finally notices. I greet them once again, this time with Shuten pose. Tama and Poke-san? What are you two doing in a place like this? Part-time job. We're in the middle of working as baggage carriers. Yusesa's face looks strange. Do you have a stomachache? You two, do you know the Pendera? Ease. We know and we're buddies Notisu. There's a goblin. Swoosh, I move, and defeat it swiftly with the short sword taken from the pouch. Goblin assassin is dangerous since it can get close to you before you know it. Tama-chan disappears. There. I wave my hand toward Rubabai who's noticed. To notice that approaching goblin assassin. Concentrate he. It's dangerous if you're not careful you know? Where did that sword come? You lose if you mind it. Is that so? Hey? Something is vibrating the ground? Tama, something is coming Notisu. Comunicastoni. This vibration is from 6 feet. Because it's Dota Tata, it's a soldier mantis or a steel ant I think. The footsteps feel a bit wide, so it should be a soldier mantis. Probably, a soldier mantis footsteps. As expected of Tama na Notisu. It must be right Notisu. But, everyone looks strange. I wonder if I'm wrong? What should we do? Poka-san, and Tama-san, why are you two so calm? It'll be a different story if there are 5 of you, but you can't possibly win against it with a casual short sword. Really? Soldier Mantis is weak, isn't it? Isn't it? Poki also looks puzzled. Everyone embraces each other and trembles. What do we do, while looking pale? If you can't win, you'd better run, you know? You guys run, the mantis bastard is coming. 4 men and women ran through us. Ah, not good. Train is no good, absolutely. Yeah, yes, we have to run. Run, quickly get up. Gon, help me. Han, you carry the 2. Poka-chan, and Tama-chan, don't stand around, let's run together. You won't defeat it. I'll defeat it, Notisu. Oki. Only one soldier mantis appears from the corner. I match my eyes with Poka's and nod. Poki. Tama. The 2 of us fill magic power into our short swords. Magic edge go na Notisu. While leaving red trail of light like Liza, Poki and I cut the soldier mantis's forelegs, swoosh swoosh. The short swords easily cut the joints of the legs. After cutting the legs, I make a sudden stop and turn around. This time I climb the fallen soldier mantis's back, and swiftly cut the fragile neck. T. Victory na Notisu. The 2 of us take the victory pose. Since the soldier mantis's meat isn't too delicious, I'm not too happy. With Yusasa's and Rubabai's help, we brought back the soldier mantis's core. Since we got a lot of gold coins from the staff Onisan in the labyrinth entrance, everyone ate a lot of meat. Of course with the Dogon boys, together. The frog meat skewers we've bought from the stall, are really delicious. We will become strong like you two and show you someday. I won't lose, Notisu. Poka has begun eating the skewers energetically so she won't lose to the boys. There's another stomach for meat, but if you eat too much, you won't be able to meet Master's dinner, you know? The barbecue for the dinner was invincible and the strongest. Circle. SS, first carbonated water. I'm having a break today since I've been working without one for half a month. I indulge myself in inactivity on the self-made deck under the tree's shade in the courtyard. Still, I begin to crave for carbonated drink when it's this hot. There should be some carbonated water remaining if I'm not mistaken. I start preparing the beverages after asking Lulu to fry some potato chips. I add grape juice to the carbonated water, making it look like sparkling wine. I also add more sugar since I feel it's not sweet enough. With Liza's help, I brought the potato chips and the carbonated grape juice to the place where everyone is playing learning cards. Bubbly bubble. Even though it's sweet and delicious, the bubbly bubble is bursting, Notisu. It's been a while since I've had carbonated water. If possible, I'd have liked to drink Professor Pepper. The 3 who are simply delighted, and the children who are hardened. There was also a child who dropped the goblet, but Tama skillfully caught it. How, it's tizzling. Hiccup. There's also a child who can't stop hiccuping, it's quite a success. This is the specialty product of the Grapevine Mountain Range, right? You know well. I've got it from an acquaintance. I thought of enjoying it with everyone since it was unusual. Ms. Mitruna knew about the carbonated water since she was treated to it once when she was little by the previous Viscount Shimon. According to her, carbonated water is extremely expensive in the Labyrinth City. It's not produced around this area. On top of that, since it has to be carried in airtight containers to prevent the carbonated acid from coming off, there are a lot of cases where the containers explode during the transportation, so it rarely arrives here. Looks like it worths 1 gold coin for 1 cup. The children hardened when they heard that story, but Arisa persuaded them, if you don't drink it and let time pass, it will become a normal water, so go on and drink it. The potato chips seem to go too well with the sweet carbonated water. The chip plate is emptied in the blink of an eye. Lulu told the children who are licking the potato chips powder on their fingers, "Let's make some more, okay?" Later on, I came to understand that it was easy to extract the carbonated water with alchemy. It was fast since I remembered that some liquor like ale contained a minute amount of carbonated water. Of course the local alchemists knew about, but it seemed no one did it since there was no meaning in extracting the carbonated water from it. It looks like it could become a new specialty product if I just can cheaply extract the carbonated water. I dream of such a future while staring at the bursting bubbles in the glass. It was 1 week later that I knew there's a place where carbonated water gushed out in the middle layer of the labyrinth. Fortunate children. I lightly poked the 3 lumps in the darkness of the back alley with a stick. Completely lightly. Since 2 of them moved while replying with muffled voice, they're still alive. The problem is the last one. I sent a glance to my pal if he could change with me, but he jerks his chin to urge me continue the work. Doesn't seem like he'll help. Since I've debt for meals, can't be helped. It's fine if you die, but please don't be decomposed already. I lift up the brat's face with the stick. The mouth moved slightly, but there's probably no hope for the brat. How about it? It lives. My next patrol will be in 10 days, it would have been decomposed by that time. I'm not a demon, so I can't kill it here and now either. Maybe I should ask boss to send me to another group for 3 days. Let's get out, it's depressing here. You're right. When I pulled the stick from the brat's chin and turned around, someone was there. Its eyes are glittering from the dark. Eyes full of vitality that are obviously different from the lifeless ones the brat just now has. What are you doing, Notisu? Are you bullying small children, Notisu? No. I unintentionally stuttered. Weird, I banter with ruffians all the time just fine. We're the Sentry Corps of the Viceroy. Sentry? Police officers na Notisu. Amazing Notisu. Yes, that's right. We're amazing. Dunno what the heck is police officer, but I'll suitably reply to make her scram. Even if this guy gives food to these brats, it'll probably only make them die faster. Are these children sick, na Notisu? The one who came out of the dark is a doggone little girl. Wearing such an expensive-looking clothes although she's just a demi-human. She must be a slave of some perverted noble. Would love to let my daughter wear something like that even once. They're dying from hunger. They're probably going to survive if they're bought by a rich merchant or noble like you. Hunger is painful, Notisu. Hungry is sad, Notisu. The doggone little girl who suddenly appeared takes out some kind of flute from her bag and blows it with all her might. I unintentionally covered my ears, but there weren't any sound coming from it. Master. Pokey is here, na Notisu. The doggone little girl who's finished blowing the flute begins to call her master with loud voice. Damn loud voice. It's terrible, na Notisu. Please help, Notisu. While putting her hands beside her face, she raises her voice to the limit. Oi, you're all right? Something wrong with this brat's head? Oi, let's go. You're right. My coworker's tilting his head like remembering something, but I don't want to get involved in trouble. The gust of wind that suddenly blew scrambled the sand on the back alley. Tisk, can't breath. It's gritty in my mouth. Pokey, what's wrong? Did these guys bully you? It's not that, Notisu. These people are police officers, san na Notisu. It's not that, Notisu, come here quick, na Notisu. Stomachs are empty, they're going to die, Notisu. This guy, when the heck he appeared? Oi, where did you come? Ouch. Looks like my coworker hit me with a stick from behind. Can't speak from the excessive pain. I'm sorry, Chevalier Pendragon-sama. My coworker is being rude. No, please excuse me too. There's no need to be that servile just because he's some noble young master, right? The noble sama is led by the dog little girl's hand to the dying brats. After ascertaining that, I complained to my pal. What the hell, man? That's my line. Don't you know who is he? Always making fun of me. Fun, it's Pendragon, right? Pendragon? Can't be? Don't tell me, the master of the maid who defeated the lost thief king. What kind of way to remembers that? Well, fine. That's the man. Incidentally, he's also the Marchioness's favorite, and competent enough to defeat a lower-class demon in some distant land. His maid was enough to deal with something like a lost thief king. Fuh, I was close to lose my neck in more than one meaning. Chevalier-sama, what are you doing? Just in case, euthanasia is prohibited in the kingdom's law. You're mistaken. I'm only giving them nutritional magic potions. Nutritional? Rather, magic potions? He's giving several silver coins worth of magic potion to these dying brats? You can live for half a year with that much. These nobles' hobby. Geez. They're moving notisu. Yeah, let's entrust them to Ms. Mitruna after this. I'm planning to take these children, is there any procedure for it? Toys for a perverted noble, hey. It's pitiful, but still 100 times better than dying here. No, we're going to report it to our superior, so you can just take them now. If you prefer, would you like our help? Oi oi, pal-chan? What the hell were you saying? No, it's fine. Poki, Tama, carry the two over there gently. Yes, Nanotasu. Thankfully the noble Sama declined and I don't have to do annoying stuff. What? Since when did this catkin brat appear? My coworker claps my shoulder as if consoling me. Dunno what you're doing, but it's pissing me, don't sympathize with me. After that day, I never see dying brats in the back alley again. The old people who looked like they were going to die loitering around the park near the Ivy Mansion have also disappeared. I dunno whether someone collected the corpses, or the dying people decreased. One thing I can say, I feel better that the job of collecting corpses has disappeared. Half a month later, 3 unfamiliar little girls came to my station and gave their thanks. I dunno any little girl with those nice clothings though. My pal and me eat the cookings left by the little girls. Yup, good food has no sin. SS. Daily Life of Explorers Antwing Silver Sword. Sup, is the boss here? Sumina. You're still alive. The weapon shop proprietress celebrates my safe return while crying. To be frank, I didn't think that she'd remember someone poor like me. Even though I've known them for 10 years, I'm not a good customer in the least. I've only bought 6 weapons during these 10 years. Like when I bought my first spear, I didn't have enough money so I had to make up for it by working as the forge lookout for half a month. I didn't know how to maintain my weapons so I regularly came here, they probably remembered me due to that. Oh, just when I'm wondering who, it's the snapping turtle little girl. I can't be called little girl anymore with my age, you know. I'm already at an age said to be a woman who's missed her chance to marry. I corrected the boss who came out from the back while saying some rude nickname. It's synced on me that I'm already 27, so I know I've missed my chance. Wonder if Kuro-sama would make me his mistress. What's happened today? You're not here to only report something grievous like your safe return, right? The boss is rude like always, but he's right on the mark. He, boss knows everything, don't you? I don't know everything. Don't look bashful, you 50 years old man. About it, I want you to teach me how to maintain this sword. I pull out the sword on my waist and show it to the boss. This is the magic sword I've got from Kuro-sama, the Antwing silver sword. It's a transparent silver sword that can become scary sharp when I fill it with magic power. Even compared to the black iron sword I've got from the boss back then, it's many times sharper. I mean, it can even easily cut the shell of that excessively hard ant. Oi, Sumina. Where'd you get this sword? The boss is staring at the silver sword with face so serious it's scary. What's wrong? Just answer it. Wonder why, his voice is more tense than when he's working. Not like I was trying to hide it, so I answered honestly, I got it from Kuro-sama. Did that guy make this sword? I don't know who made it. That's so. Didn't the boss make one before? The sword I made was the ant-wing silver sword, but it wasn't the ant-wing silver sword. The boss said some doubtful question and answer like thing. He's not gone senile yet, right? The color wasn't as this beautiful as this silver, was it? That's right. Ant-wing silver sword is expensive, but the way to make it is well known. There are 10 stores that can make it even in this labyrinth city alone. It's something that's relatively widespread for a magic sword. Figure. However, they are all grey swords. None is like this beautiful silver. Fun. Temperature control is the most important thing for ant-wing silver sword making. If the temperature slips even for several degrees during the sword dipping in the liquid medicine until it's adhered, it'll turn black and useless. It's been told that a long time ago, the silver sword made by the sage Sama who taught the way to make this magic sword was of the transparent silver color. Maybe this is something left behind by the sage Sama. Elderly people's talk is really long. It's not. I mean, the sword was brand new when I got it, you know? Let alone chip, there wasn't even a scratch on it. There's a slight scratch now though. The labyrinth ant's hard see. Is that so? Sumina, do you mind selling this sword? I'll pay you 100 gold coins. I'll even let you use the mantis great sword I've made. Okay? 100 gold coins? Furthermore, wasn't that great sword the boss's masterpiece which he boasted he wouldn't sell no matter how much? Sorry boss. That sword is something I got from my respected benefactor. I won't yield even if it's boss's request. I won't be able to face Kuro-sama if I sell this sword. Can't be helped if that's the story. However, absolutely come to this shop when you need to repair this sword. I'll repair it carefully with my own hands. Of course it's free. Oh, amazing. Thanks boss. But I'll be needing to maintain it after fighting in the labyrinth, so would you teach me the minimum care? Ya bet. I'll strictly teach you till morning. Don't think you can sleep tonight. I took the ant-wing silver sword from the boss who was holding it like a treasure, and went to the store's back. It really wasn't until morning that the boss approved my way of maintaining the sword. I'll become an explorer that won't disgrace this silver sword I've got from Kuro-sama. I don't plan to aim at such a foolish target like Mithril, but at least red iron plate, enough that Kuro-sama won't regret giving me the silver sword I want to become such an explorer. I vow so to my dear sword glittering from the morning sun. As if answering my thought, the silver sword glitters brightly for an instant. Tama's stroll. Ninja is Gake. I run on the back alley and on top of the wall, wearing the ninja costume that masters made for me. Tama won't be found out by anyone. Because she's a ninja. I peer into the irrigation canal from the bridge. I can see small prawns in the bottom of the pure water. Look delicious. My hands involuntarily reach to the water surface. Ha! That was close. There's a lot of dangerous things in the irrigation channel Nyan. Wrong. A lot of dangers de Gazaru. Or was it Gozensu? Either way's fine Nyan. I look at my appearance on the canal's water surface, pink really is better than black after all. Ninja's attire has to be black. So Arisa said, but still, I asked Master to make it pink after all. I mean, that one's cuter. From Gake to Gakey. Gake? Or was it Cage? I guess either's fine. Peon, 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 running through the rooftops. No, stop it. Shut up you wench. I look at the back alley since I heard a scream. Momamu. A man is assaulting a woman, tearing her clothes. The woman seems sad since her clothes have been torn, she's beating the man while crying. Ah, her hands are caught, and then she's thrown on the ground. I must help. Tenshil. Chisel. Miraku run. Tama the mysterious ninja appears. Ah, I said my name. Well, it's fine. Toward the man who's saying something from the ground, I headlock throw his head, ya, and make him faint. It's a technique she has taught me, it has to be done well or the opponent'll die. If it's samurai, she'll be full-fledged after mastering taijutsu was it? His eyes are white it's gross, but since he's twitching, he's alive right? Thank you. You're welcome. Nin nin di gazaru. Yes, Arisa's taught me that nin nin and gazaru are important for ninjas. In addition, ninjas have to leave immediately after saving someone or it's not good. It's the destiny of one who lives in darkness. Sabera, di gazaru. I throw a smoke ball down my feet, slipping into the smoke to jump onto the roof. Come to think of it, Arisa said that ninjas use katana to jump, but I wonder how do they do that? They can just jump normally if it's to a roof. Ah, this time an old man is being bullied over there. I must go save him. Wait for me old man, I'll save you immediately. When I come back to the mansion, Tama will have master listen to her activities from his lap. Digazaru. Intermission, the adventure of Ninja Tama. I check the pink ninja clothes that masters made for me in front of the mirror. Cute. I wanted to show off to Poki, but I couldn't find her anywhere. Seems she's gone playing first thing in the morning. Tama-chan, here are your lunch box and snacks for today. Thank you very much. I'm so happy, I hold the lunch box set Lulu's made up above and spin merrily. Today must be a good day Tunian. I'm patrolling the city again today. Because, ninjas are destined to live in the shadow, I'll watch over the city's peace from the background. Ah, it's dragonflies. I chase after the dragonflies flying on the streamlet from the side, peon peon. I wave my hands toward the Oba-chans doing laundry, and the one san holding a baby. Everyone happily waved back at me. Hey? Ninjas shouldn't have been seen. Well, it's fine. Ah, an old man is being bullied. Wait for me Ninja Tama, we'll go now. Please wait. I can't continue my business if you take those. We can sell her to the slave trader right? Father. Help. Ah, please forgive my daughter. These hoodlum people are bad people? Complicated? Ha. I'll let you off with these cooking tools and your daughter today. Why, my debt should only be 1 silver coin. There's this thing called interest. It's 100 gold coins now. No way, even usury has a limit. Gold coins? Nyun? I got 1 gold coin from master this morning, but it's not enough. Ah, they started beating the old man with sticks. The Oni-san is crying. Crying is not good. Tenshil. Chisel. Miraku run. The mysterious ninja Tama appears. Oh right, I'll use ninjutsu here. Ninja art, Uchizumai no jutsu. I changed the fainted hoodlums with clothed logs in their places. Leaving the logs, together with the hoodlum people to the roof, I jump. I quickly tie the hoodlum people, and then throw them away to the back alley. Spin spin spin, and poi. The people from the avarice fox are gone. I secretly land beside the surprised Oni-san. Aku, Soku, Zazen. I'm triumphant while taking the victory pose. Oni-san opens her mouth and hardens. Insects would go in you know? I exterminated them Digazaru. Thank you. You're welcome, Nin Nin. Are you going to leave the old man behind you like that? When I tilt my head and look at the old man, the Oni-san finally notices it. That's right. Father, hold on. Let him drink this Digazaru. Potion is the best for injuries you know? They were surprised after he drank the potion from master. In the park near the Ivy Mansion, I've a lunch. There are a lot of greeneries here, I like it very much. It's the next best after Master's lap. If there was a short-ear rabbit, I'd have chased and play with it. Hey? Someone is coming. Tama leaves a doll on the ground, and climbs to the top of a tree. Because, I'm a ninja. Found you. It's you, right? The one who beat up the third. Hey, what's wrong? Isn't she too scared she can't even turn around? Gya ha ha ha, we're the avarice fox gang who make children run away crying after all. Fat flag? Diet is hard, you know? The hoodlum people stab the doll with their swords and talk in loud voice. They will notice soon. When I don't have turn like this, it feels a bit irritating. The hell is this? It's a doll. Damn, she ran away. Ah, they're looking around. They also look at the tree's tops, but they don't notice Tama. Because ninjas can't be seen. It's about time for the windmill to appear. I take out a windmill from my pouch and throw it to the hoodlums below. Owa, Anaki. Anaki is. Hey? The hoodlums became squashed under the windmill. Strange, Arisa said that it was windmill for time like this. Why is a windmill in a place like this? Oi, you alive? Are windmills and pinwheels different? Evidence destruction? I collect the windmill with the whip sword and put it into the pouch. Ah, that pink guy is on such a place. Oi, shoulder Anaki, let's run. Ah, they ran away. I have to chase them. Because, they're running away. I jump from shadow to shadow while eating a potato and chasing the hoodlums. This potato is delicious. I'll give half to Pokey. Since I'll likely eat them all, I wrap the remaining potato and put it into the pouch. Boss. The pink monster is attacking. What did you say? Get sensei here. EY. The hoodlum people are holding hatchets and bone clubs. I take it off their hands and hit them, take it off and hit them. Holding back to prevent them hurting badly is hard. She's too strong. Is sensei's not here yet? 2 people left. A bearded old man and a thin old man who've only been ordering around with loud voices without doing anything since a while ago. Mao, I was still in the middle of eating the meat skewers notisu. Pun na notisu. A samurai wearing Haori Hakama came out from the back. Samurais are the rival of ninjas. Her face seen from her hood looks similar to Poki, but Poka's name is not Sensei, so it's a different person. The bodyguard of justice, Kinsan the Bum Nanodasu. Mysterious ninja. Her real nature is a mystery. Kinsan pulls out a Japanese katana and sets it up. The way of full moon Nanodasu. Falling leaves. I cut the coming red magic edge cannon's halo with the ninja katanas on both my hands. I avoided 2 out of 3, they flew and broke the wall behind. They'll get mad at you, you know? To be able to use magic edge cannon like Poki and Liza, Kinsan is strong. My turn. Using Bunshin no Jutsu, I split into 3 and attack in 3 directions. Amazing Notisu. As expected of a ninja Nanodasu. Mumwu, she's moving fast like Poka's flickering movement, attacking the Bunshin. Foul play? If it's 3 people, then I just have to attack with triple the speed Notisu. It's the real body this time tough. From the ceiling, I randomly shoot shurikens. I occasionally grab onto the ceiling, and make a feint. It's no big deal if it doesn't hit Notisu. All of them are swayed by her Japanese sword. Amazing, amazing. There's a girl this strong besides Poki. I'll tell about it to Poka later. I'm settling it with the next move Notisu. Me too, certain kill technique. Certain kill is written Hisatsu. Certainly not kill is, Hitsunama. Arisa told me that. Magic Edge Rush, Vorpal Lance. Magic Edge Twin Fangs, Vanquish Fang, dot. The samurai whose whole body shines red shouts the killer technique's name. She understood the promise well. Alright, stop there. Hey? I've been caught and lifted lightly. I look up, and there's Master. Master. Master Nanodesu. Hua? I take off the ninja costume's hood and look at Kin-san. She also took off her hood like me. Pokei. Tama Nanodesu. Now wonder she's strong, Nian. People who came from behind Master are tying up the hoodlum people. Well then, Captain San, I'm counting on you to deal with these people. Yes, Chevalier Sama. It's the sentry Captain San. This person often treats me to a lot of meat from the food stalls. While being lifted by Master, I greet him with Chopin pose. Why are you arresting me? All you guys' deeds have been investigated by Marquis Sama's intelligence. In addition, since you were smuggling the necessary ingredients for fiend drugs production, you're charged with treason. Don't think you can defend it. Complicated. Make the explanation shorter. While handing the potato from before to Pokey, I tell Master and Pokey my remarkable activities today. SS, Lulu's kitchen knife. I'm going on a sea date with Master today. The ship is flying a bit higher than the sea surface though, but I don't mind the minor details. I mean, it's a date with just the two of us. Lulu, you can see it now. That's the sign. That, is it. Master is pointing toward a flock of seabirds. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to catch fish called tunas today. I wonder if it's been changed to birds? The small fish those birds are aiming should be being chased by tunas. Yes, Master. As expected of Master. He's amazing. I've made a promise to Arisa that I'd talk casually with Master after saying amazing when I'm praising him. However, it feels a little embarrassing, when I let out my voice, I talk to him like usual. Master, are tunas delicious? Of course. Especially the fatty tuna. See, when you eat it, you feel like your mouth is melting. Ah, just how can I put this into words? Lulu will also understand once you eat it. It's such that you'll be hard-pressed to say which is better when you compare it to the highest grade marbled beef. It's truly fit to be one of the two matchless kings of the sea together with whales. I could only nod to Master who was being talkative. I mean, Master is like when Poke-chan talked about Hamburg steak, he's so cute. Ah, it feels like I'm going to have a nosebleed. I can really understand the feeling of Arisa who's grinning when she looks at Master once in a while. Even though Master is usually calm, the Master who's talking about his favorite things is sorta cute. It's a secret though. See, look under the sea, those are tunas, right? Yes. Why was it a question, Master? Master who slightly bends his head looking doubtful is also lovely. Yes, Arisa would have said it's rare. Tearing the sea surface, the tunas are flying and eating the seabirds. As expected of the king of the sea. I wanted to catch several of the birds as souvenirs for Liza-san, but they're all going to be eaten. Looking at the current state. The tunas flying in the sky are coming here. How gallant of them to come here themselves to get cooked. I take out the golden-colored tuna slayer I've got from Master last night from the fairy bag. I can't use magic edge like Liza-san and the others yet, but I can do it if it's just filling it with magic power. I set up the huge 2-meter-long kitchen knife glowing blue light, and cut the attacking tuna's right half in two. As expected of an orichalcum knife. The sharpness is wonderful. I wonder what's wrong? Master's smile is stiff. I wonder if his fatigue from making swords every day has piled up? I'll devote myself to make Master thoroughly enjoy the tunas he's looking forward so much today. Grilling the tunas' heads, and also making sashimis from them. Among the dishes, he was really pleased with the tuna sushis. Even Arisa was crying while eating it. She must really like it. The words Master said after he's finished eating, "It was really delicious, Lulu," is the highest reward for me. Since we've caught a lot of tunas, maybe I should make negitoro and pickles for him next time. There are some missing things like quiz in the recipes I've got from Masters, but trying to do various things for its completion is fun. Ehehe, my mother said something. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, she said. Let's do my best tomorrow too. Hamburg steak fraud. I'm home. Nanodesu. Before entering the mansion, I washed my hands and feet with the water jug beside the entrance nodesu. Because Lulu would scold me if I didn't properly wash nodesu. There's the delicious aroma of Hamburg sensei in the mansion. Hey? It's strange nodesuyo. It smells different nodesu. Stew. It's unusual for Lulu to change the menu by her mood, isn't it? NN. When we go into the mansion, the head maid Mitruna meets us nodesu. Lulu usually greets everyone with only her voice, welcome home everyone from the kitchen, but she's quiet today nanodesu. Welcome home. I intend to report our return to Master. That is, Chevalier Sama hasn't returned from the dinner with Viscount Sama. Master isn't here, it's lonely nodesu. That Viscount person, nanodesu. The meal has been prepared, please come to the dining room. Aina and Kitona, take everyone's tools to their room. Yes. Chasing after Mitruna, I entered the dinner room, and not even one dream was there nodesu. Hua. Hamburg sensei is not here nodesu. I climb the chair and look around, it's really not here nodesu. I got scolded by Liza, that's bad manner. But I think that there's more important thing to note nodesuyo. Ah, Lulu-san isn't present, so the Hamburg steak has been changed to black meat stew. I couldn't use the kitchen as I please since the chef was absent. Such cruel words from Mitruna went through my ears nodesu. Pokei. Tama. While sharing the despair with Tama, I grimaced a little at the black meat stew I ate nodesu. Letters to Uni. Uni. Yes, please wait for a bit. I'm going now. Heave ho. These firewoods should be enough now. I half jogged to Martha-san who called me, and she pushed to me some kind of paper bundle. They were brought by the merchant just now. They're letters for Uni, he said. Letters? Maybe it's... Ah. It really is. It's amazing that you've acquaintances who contact you with letters like this, you're like a merchant or a noble sama. Ehehe. I feel ticklish from Martha-san's words which sounds so envious. I open the letters and read them. First, it's from Tama-chan. Reached the labyrinth city. Tama. Tama-chan's letter is short. But, I'm glad that they seem to have arrived at the labyrinth city safely. Next, it's from Poke-chan. Poke and Master who had departed from Siriu Earldom were attacked by more than 100 insects swarm in the mountain's foot nodesu. Poke and Master together opposed the overwhelming insects by resolutely shot them down with crossbows nodesu. And then, the red helmet Ratkin who was protecting a fairykin princess that we met. This is a letter, right? It looks like there are more than 100 pieces of Poke-chan's letters. Yup, I'll read it later. Yup, that's good. The next letter is from Arisa-chan. Even though we weren't too close, I'm glad that she's sent me a letter. Dear Sir and Madam, I am pleased to hear about Unisama's increasingly efficacious activities. In regards to the present conditions of Poke and Tama, everyone has safely arrived at the Labyrinth City without a single injury. The package that is sent together with this letter is a token from our master, Chevalier Satub Pendragon, please receive it willingly. That is all we can inform you in haste. Sincerely yours. Arisa Pendragon. Stiff. Arisa-chan, your sentences are too stiff. There were some lines that I didn't know and had the landlady-san to teach me though, but it's not a letter written by a child. Satu-san, I thought that he was rich, so he really was a noble sama. In the package, there is a high-class hand cream for the landlady, a coral necklace for Martha-chan, and for me, there are a comb and a hand mirror. A hand mirror. It's the first mirror I've ever had. According to the landlady, it's a mirror made from glass that's far away more expensive than the bronze mirror in the Siriu city. I'm happy that it's reflecting neatly, but I can clearly see my freckles. Hey? There's another piece of letter. Ah, isn't it nice? After you write a reply letter, you can send it for free to the Labyrinth City if you bring the letter together with this to the firm. Yay! I can't send a letter to the Labyrinth City if I don't save money for around a year. I've to write a reply about my present state quickly. But, before that, I'm gonna read Poke-chan's masterpiece all night today. Liza's buying and eating. Oh, found Liza-san. When I came to the snack area before the west gate, I noticed her. I was going to call her, but I shouldn't do it when she's in the middle of choosing the snacks to buy and eat. When I did it before, she shifted her line of sight like it was going to devour me. That was at the degree that can only be seen in a dream. Under the pressure of that gaze, those old men at the stalls can serve their customers with a smile while washing the greases. They truly have the spirit of merchants. I'd have rated them first class if their smiles weren't cramped though. Oi, isn't that the black spear Liza? Oh, what kind of meat is she picking now? Looks like she's hesitating between the lizard meat skewer and the rabbit meat bone skewer. Either is one big copper coin, much as expected of a powerful red iron plate explorer. I heard the conversations of the explorers nearby. Liza is quite famous, isn't she? She's choosing between the steel lizard meat skewer and the rock rabbit meat bone. Either sounds tough. However, that guy had given everyone 1 gold coin each early in the morning, so she could just have picked both. Choosing between things is fun though, so it's all right. Oh, she's chosen. Which is it? It's the lizard meat skewer. Oi, is she a cannibal? Mew? When I turn around to see the one who said the last line, the neighboring Liza's fans are already beating him. Irera, no turn for me. I couldn't use magic in the middle of the city, so my skill level 0 wand art was going to howl. Maybe I should get self-defense skill like Lulu after all, I wonder? It's splendid. The steel lizard's meat at first tastes like it's plain, but every time you chew on it, the savoriness oozes from inside. Oh Liza, she's begun to have a narration while biting the skewer. But, is that really a meat? I can hear some strange sounds, you know? Oi, Liza-sans, it's splendid appeared. Looks like that skewer is a hit. Ha! You amateur! Listen the words after it's splendid well. Amateur you guys. Right, you shouldn't buy it if she praised the chewy texture. Our feeble teeth not gonna stand against it. Don't lump me with you humans, there is no meat that we beastkin can't eat. Old man, give me the same meat as this guy's. The beastkin man who ignored the peanut gallery's advice and ate the same meat as Liza's crouches while moaning, my teeth. My condolences. Even so, stalking a meat like that, what a challenger. Since half of the meat skewers she holds have different color, I wonder if they're from different variety? Liza is chewing the second type of meat she's picked. This time she's saying, the chewiness is not quite there. I see, so she wasn't picking which to eat, but which to eat first. I consent. Yosh, I'm going to get the rock rabbit one. Next time, when I earn a lot of money in the labyrinth, I want to eat the rock rabbit meat. I pray that the last guy didn't raise his death flag. In the end, I was only able to call Liza-san after her 5th meat, the frog meat skewer. The trick to enjoy food carts. There are really too many things recommended by Liza. Along the way, I took along the little girl maid who were on an errand and went on to capture sweets. It's not really that good, isn't it? Really? Any one of them is delicious, I'm so happy. The labyrinth bee honey pastry was slightly good, but ever since I ate the sweets made by that cheat master, it felt lacking nowadays. This is a dangerous sign. Arisa-chan, that. The little girl maid who walked beside me pulled my sleeve, and when I looked there, Poki and Tama were together with other children flapping their mouth while looking at the meat skewer stalls near them. What are they doing? Poki, Tama, what are you two doing? Arisa. Arisa. It's a discovery nanodesu. If you sniff on the delicious smell from the stall, flap your mouth while matching a person eating meat skewer, it feels like you're eating one nodesu. Poka stresses, exhausting her strength. Is it fun? Of course. It's very fun nodesu. I see, it's fun but, let's speak without reading the mood. Hey! What? What is it nodesu? You can just buy the meat skewers normally, can't you? You guys got pocket money from Master too, right? Nanodesu. The two look at the money Pokas taken out, and then tremble. Buying and eating. Biting at every cast nanodesu. No, I don't understand what that means. How many? You got 1 gold coin, right? You can buy 100 pieces of meat skewers with it. Ehu, 100 nanodesu. Can you eat that many nodesu? You won't be able to eat Lulu's dinner if you eat too many, be careful, okay? Nanodesu. Poki and Tama cutely make the shutta pose, get close to the meat skewer stall, and buy a large amount of frog meat skewers from the surprised stall old man. Looks like the warning earlier fell on deaf ears. No, those many skewers are impossible even for you guys, right? Line up. 1 skewer for each nanodesu. They're distributing the skewers to the children who were watching the stalls together with them. Hey! The children who got the meat skewers unanimously say their thanks to Poki and Tama. Looks like the two are embarrassed with it, they are unusually being bashful. Surrounded by around 10 children, the two are eating the skewers with great relish. The little girl maid has intruded among them too, of course. That girl sure is shrewd. Dalilaj. Grills are really the strongest after all nanodesu. It's really good. It's not hard like black meat. The oil from the skewers are falling to Poka's and Tama's chest, stickying them. I know now the reason why Lulu made them wear cheap common dress. That girl is steadily becoming a wife. I'll give them to Arisa too nodesu. No, I'll reserve myself. Eat the reserve. It's not that I'm reserving. My waist has been painful since a while ago. I've been eating sweets just now, so I can't eat any more. Diet. Like a revolving lantern, it's flashing on my mind, that days of suffering. I absolutely can't do that again. I can't. You really don't want it nodesu. It's delicious, see. Don't tempt me. I pulled the little girl maid's hand, and escaped that place at full speed. Because, I don't want, to diet again. Very popular. This melody is Mia. Just now, I've eaten yakitori with Liza, this time it might be nice to eat some sweets with Mia. That girl is liked by old people, so she often gets simple sweets from the locals. She's on this open space, I think. What? Arisa. Mia inclines her head while looking at the surprised me. Damn, aren't you cute? The good-looking men who were listening to Mia's lute play beside her glanced at me once, but they immediately lost their interest and looked back at Mia. What's? With that attitude? Tisk, Mia, even though she usually behaves like a spoiled child, saying Satu or the like, she's this popular behind our back. A kind-looking black-haired shadowkin young man, a bad boy-type red-haired leprechaun boy, a stiff blonde-haired Longyearskin, and an ash-colored short-haired ogrekin man with a bit of muscles surround Mia like they're protecting her. They are all so good-looking no one will object if they refer themselves as one. What is this, Otome game? Mia, aren't you quite popular? Affair. Muyu, no. Even though it was a joke, she denied it seriously. Maybe there was some envy in my words. We have hurriedly come here in order to protect Mia-sama's day off. I'm here to hear Mia's lute though. You Sama. The elves Sama of Bruinen Forest are the masters we should serve. Phew, Mia-sama always looks so young and lustrous like a green grass. Black, red, grey, and gold, the handsome men pamper Mia in turns. Ryuju explodes. I mean, I want to be popular too. Mainly with our master. Arisa, want. Mia raises apple-like red fruit from her lap and offers it to me. Looks like the fruit is gouged to act as a container. The inside has the fleshes of the fruit cut and soaked with something that looks like syrup. Give me a bite. I open my mouth, and have Mia spoon me a bite. I don't usually do something this lay-like, but I did it in order to show it to the handsome men around us. Oh, they're really glaring at me. Surely, they must be envious. Chomp, I gulp the content of the spoon Mia is presenting. The taste is also similar to an apple. I thought that the syrup was maple, but this is honey I think? No, this viscous feeling is the ant nectar. I think honey is better for this one. How many point? 60 points I think. It'd have been 70 points if it used honey. The blonde handsome man is shocked to receive my strict evaluation. That guy made it hey. Like our master, being good at cooking like this despite being a man, are you a character of some otome game? A man should just be good enough to microwave curry powder or ready-made porridge to make them explode. If they don't do that much, I can't participate in the delicious situation of nursing them. I didn't have such an opportunity even once though. Orts. I was going to invite Mia to a sweets tour, but since the retired people in the neighborhood had gathered to listen to Mia's music, I left that place while saying, later. I shouldn't take away the pleasure of old people in their remaining years, right? I caught sight of Pokey and Tama having a feast on a stall with some Dogon boys, but it must have been an illusion. It must have been a shock after seeing Mia getting surrounded by handsome men. Seeing Nana carrying a white featherkin and a black featherkin infants on both her hands must also be a mistake. Please let it be not a kidnapping. I came across a group of children in a vacant lot. They're children of our orphanage. They're doing a volunteer work by weeding the vacant lot I guess? Ah! It's Arisa. Let's play hide and seek, hide and seek. You can't, Arisa-chan is going to play house with us. Arisa-chan's demon lord is amazing you know. Ah, why are the one who come after me are all kids? Looks like I'm going to play as a demon lord again. Let me become the princess once in a while too. Damn it, I'll play so hard to bury my worries today. I'll play in turn. You guys. Be prepared. Oh you. Yeah why? I played hard until the sunset and went home. Maybe because I played fully, and ate fully during the day, that even though it was the long-awaited day of me sleeping together with that guy, I went asleep before I could enjoy his sleeping face. Ah, I want to flirt. Intermission, Golden Knight and the Caged Birds. The site monitoring system has raised an emergency directive. Adding the object before my site with priority tag. There are 2 figures of young organisms over there. They are imprisoned in the birdcage hanged in front of the slave trader. The logic circuit urges to have me rescue them. Executing rescue error. Re-execute error. This is a grave situation. Confirming that the reason for the error is master's commands which have the maximum priority. There is an entry that prohibits me from relocating articles without being accompanied with money transfer. It cannot be helped. I do not have the authority to break the prohibited matter. I step into the firm, and proceed to secure the young organism via the regular route. Proprietor, I want to release these children, so I claim. If it isn't explorer young lady, you have discerning eyes. These are quite a rare species even among the featherkins. In summary, bring me 100 gold coins if you want to own the young organisms, such an unreasonable thing has been established. The money in hand, 2 gold coins. Lacking 98 gold coins more. I will have master's support. In accordance to the answer from Logic Circuit, I leave the shop. No. Please reconsider. No. Master refuses to secure the young organisms. I tried to entice him with Puff Puff, but Lulu interfered. Logic Circuit announces that without Master's support, helping the young organisms is hopeless. I am troubled. What's wrong? Nana-sama. The beastkin person who works as a teacher of the training school applies for a conversation. I am currently searching the way to secure fund. If you have a good idea, please present it. Let's see, I think everyone from Pendragon probably can subjugate the Ruby Golem in the upper area 33 for quick money. After searching the name Ruby, I've identified that it is a kind of gem. The size of the ruby that composes the body of a golem should be worth at least 100 gold coins. I tell my thank to the informant and leave right away. Ah, Nana-sama. Nearby the ruby golem, deadly poison slimes are. I confirm the route on the Explorer Guild, and depart to the labyrinth. I change my equipments with orichalcum ones, and raise my moving pace. If I were slow, the permitted time to release them would expire. Following Master's example, I exterminate the small fries with flexible swords, and crush the strong ones by smashing them with the orichalcum great sword. What's that? A golden knight. Oi oi, who the heck is that? It killed the labyrinth scorpion with a single blow. Maybe it's some red iron bunch. There's no one that showy. Sometimes I pass by other explorers, but since dealing with them has low priority, I put actions like talking with them to the furthest end of the processing queue. Against opponents that occasionally appear and are ineffective against material sword, I promptly eliminate them with nature magic. Oi, did it just use chantless magic? Chantless, the Hiro-sama. It's the golden Hiro-sama. Some explorers that I've saved by chance apply for a conversation with me, but since my processing queue is packed, I cannot respond. This time, a hydra with 5 heads is blocking the way. I want to promptly eliminate it, but since other explorers are fighting it, eliminating the hydra would classify as one of the prohibited matter, sideswipe. Every one of the explorers is acting inefficiently. I searched for the way to cope with this, and got one conclusion. I ask. Do you wish for relief? Yes, if the other party requests relief, it won't qualify as a prohibited matter. It's an excellent idea if I do say so myself, so I praise myself. Please help us. I take charge of the relief. Activating the function fortress on the equipment that Master has given me. 8 force shields and 3 magic walls block the Hydra's fire and poison breath. I do not have overwhelming offensive power like Liza and Pokey. However, I have the impregnable defensive power that Master has bestowed. I nullify the entire attacks, and eliminate the hostile unit with plain greatsword attack. Ooh! The Hydra's head is cut with one swing of the great sword. Apart from that, why is it fine against the Hydra's flame that can even melt iron? I am equipped with Master's armor. This result is natural, so I analyze. I eliminate the Hydra and hurry toward Area 33. Noise asking about the core entered my hearing circuit from behind, but since its sequence priority was low, I cancelled it. In order to increase my moving speed, I grant myself physical reinforcement with nature magic. I check that here is Area 33 from the sign monument. I could have defined the Ruby Golem's location if I had Master's enemy searching function. Discovered a passage full of slimes ahead. Using Force Spear to eliminate them failed. Confirmed it absorbs Force Spear. Using Flexible Sword to eliminate them failed. Cutting is not effective. Confirmed it absorbs the blade. Using the Great Sword to eliminate them failed. Cutting is not effective. Searching for effective countermeasures not applicable. I evade the slimes and continue searching. Discovered a ruby golem in the space ahead. Confirmed several slimes along the way. Searching for effective countermeasures not applicable. Searching for ways to get close to ruby golem not applicable. Searching for effective countermeasures not applicable. Searching for ways to get close to ruby golem not applicable. Searching for effective countermeasures not applicable. Searching for ways to get close to ruby golem not applicable. Confirmed that the logic circuit is looping. Analyzing breakthrough measure discovered Arisa's collection of sayings, commencing search. Discovered the countermeasure. Booting up multiple shelters. Activating Orichalcum Armor's emergency vernier. I pass through the defending camping slimes with the sudden acceleration. Confirming the scattered slimes behind me. Threat level, low. I leave them alone. Ruby Golem. If you think that you're great since you're a gem, that's a misunderstanding, so I refute. I crushed the approaching Ruby Golem with continuous force spear, javelin, blows. Since the objective is rebelling, I use the great sword carefully. I'm worried with my remaining mana. The condition that allows the use of emergency measure has been cleared utilizing the magic recovery potion. All mission complete. Commencing return. This is a Ruby Golem. How did you get it in complete shape? Conversion. No, how did? Conversion. Ah, yes. Please wait a moment. I've safely secured 100 gold coins. Successfully safeguard the young organisms in the slave firm. Naming the white featherkin young organism Shiro. Naming the black featherkin young organism Kuro - error. Searching the library, renaming it to Crow. After returning home, I introduce them to Master. I have secured them. They are Shiro and Crow. Return them. Master. Searching for countermeasures to oppose the merciless order requesting supports from friendly units. Please reconsider. No. Isn't it fine, raised right, they can be the communication unit, or the bombardment survey unit. Cute. That's right Nanodasu. Cute is Justice Nanodasu. NN. Master, I would also like to ask for it. I am sorry to intrude, but since Nana has bought them as slaves, how about training them as maid apprentices? With the help of friendly units reinforcement, Master finally raises the white flag, and I have safely acquired the permission to let Shiro and Crow take a new post in the mansion. With feeling full of gratitude, I was going to do puff puff that Master liked when we were going to bed, but I received concentrated bombardment from the friendly units. It is absurdly baffling. I evaluate that expressing gratitude is something with high degree of difficulty. While being confused with bewilderment and delight, I wrapped myself with Shiro's and Crow's wings, and fell asleep. Intermission, the journey of Xena Squad. Lilio. I've found some survivors. Call the laborers here. Hui. Contrary to her light answer, Lilio whips out her body that's collected fatigue to run. I hurriedly chant the next magic since I can't overlook it. Xena-san, you're using too much magic. Please take a longer break. Even though Iona-san is worried about me, I shake my head to refuse it. I tell her that helping the people who are buried alive is more important right now. As expected, after chanting so much my jaw is hurting. I have to be careful as to not fumble the whisper wind magic chant. Iona, since the rescue over there is going well, I've come to help. If Xena-san is in the middle of chanting spell, Ryu should be the one who talks with the man in charge of rescuing. Is it all right with you? Yes, yes. Will do. Even though Ryu's voice had become like a man since she shouted so much, she still undertook it gladly. Ryu is like a dependable big sister, she can help calming the people who are waiting to be rescued. After I've confirmed the activation of the magic, I shift into meditation while leaving the rest to Ryu. I have to restore even a little of my magic power in order to use my magic to look for the next survivors. There are sounds of galloping horse, and Iona-san, who's on lookout nearby, tells successor Sama has come to me who can't open my eyes during the meditation. I want to recover my magic power a bit more, but continuing to mediate in front of an upper-ranking noble will be too impolite, so I give it up. So you're Lord Marine Tail. Your good jobs have been conveyed even to me. Yes, I am honored. Did the next Earl Sama come himself to say his gratitude to a mere soldier? I heard that your little brother Kun succeeded the house. If you wish, you can be my retainer. At first I can only grant you honorary noble peerage, but I promise to make you become a permanent noble depending on your work. I am undeserved of the invitation, I have already pledged my allegiance to Earl Siriu. Please kindly pardon me. It's quite an extraordinary invitation, but as a person of Marine Tail House which has worked under Earl Siriu for generations, I don't have any intention to work under another house after all this time. The young Earl's successor seemed to think that he wouldn't be refused, his face looked unpleasantly angered. However, it seems he has enough tact to not act on the feeling. Is that so? If you change your mind, you can come anytime. I'll always leave a seat vacated for you. After saying so, he left with his knight attendants. Are you all right with that, Xena? When your little brother Kun succeeds the house next year, won't your standing fall to a quasi-noble? I don't mind. As long as I'm in the army, there's no difference between a noble or a commoner. Right, isn't it? Xenaka has the boy waiting, right? Mao, Lilio. Satu-san has nothing to do with maybe a bit. Moreover, it's not decided whether he will succeed the earldom or not after all. Really? On top of piling up many victims, he borrowed the power of the Saga Empire Hiro-sama to defeat the demon after all. I see, he made a blunder on top of having no achievement. To make matter worse, he rashly made people out to the field who then died, so the young master's fame has dropped to ground. Wait, Ryu. There's a limit even if you're only speaking your mind. What would you do if Earl Lesser's man heard it? Another 10 days has elapsed after the fight with the demon is over. Among the selected Siriu City Labyrinth Regimen, half of the frontliner have been killed in action. Norina's squad and ours are miraculously unhurt, but Rodral Magic Squad and Mixed Squad are mostly annihilated. The day after the fight with the demon, Captain Dirio, who had lost one of his arm, and a holy knight went back to Siriu City in order to report to Earl Sama. A carrier pigeon was sent at the same time too, so the reply from Siriu City should be coming soon. In case the reply never come, we're going to go back to the Siriu City after we've finished confirming the survivors and the Kias of the Labyrinth Selection Regimen. The Vice-Captain Rhiro, who was thought to be dead, was found safe under the debris, but he had to pay with one of his leg for his life. Everyone hear me. The directive from Earl Sama has come. The selected regimen is to continue their mission. Everyone has various reactions toward the order read by Vice-Captain Rhiro, people who are spirited, people who are dejected, and people who smile bitterly. Vice-Captain, please, let me go back to Siriu City. People can call me a coward behind my back all they want. I just want to be near my wife and children. Vice-Captain Rhiro, I also want to go back to Siriu City. I can't swing the sword well with this hand. After the man with big body, a retainer man who has lost one of his arm from the demon's tactical magic proclaims so dejectedly. Several other people who seem to be in agreement also press the Vice-Captain Rhiro. The Vice-Captain Rhiro holds them back with both hands while smiling wryly. Don't get flustered. There's a continuation to the order. People who have lost their limb, and people who has lost their will to continue to the Labyrinth City are to go back to Siriu City, so it's said. Surprisingly, Rodral is also going back to Siriu City. She really must have been enduring the fact that she was the only one remaining after her escorts were all dead. Night Hens, I entrust everyone to you. Yes, I will become as good as a Shiga 8 swords when I return to Siriu City. Ha ha ha, that's the spirit. I wonder if it's just my imagination? I feel that Rhiro Dano's laughter was dry when he encouraged the new captain, Night Hens. In the end, there are only 18 people who will be going to Labyrinth City, Selbera, which are the Night Hens and his attendants, Norina's and my squads and the civil officers, and lastly the survivor from Mixed Squad, Gayana, and another soldier. After seeing off the people going back to Siriu City, we also hasten our preparation to leave Lesser Earldom. Xena, do you really not have any regret? What is this about? Didn't you receive an invitation from Successor Sama? Norina, who has finished her preparation, brought up the subject as if making fun of me. Not only me, I think she was also invited by the next Earl Sama though. Look, I was invited to become a common magic soldier. I wonder what is Norina talking about? I think the successor Sama invited me only because he wanted to have a magic soldier nearby though. I've said it's useless. Successor Sama's desire completely didn't reach Zenaki at all. Right, I mean, the one who came for me was a retainer, but for Xena, it was the successor Sama personally himself who came. Right. Lilio, and even Gaina-san and Norina-san were saying some strange things. If you think about it normally, there is no way a legitimate child of an upper-ranking noble would want a daughter of the lowest-ranking noble like me as his partner. If Night Hens who couldn't read the mood didn't order us to depart, Ryu and Iona-san would have joined the nonsense love talk. Thus, we departed from Lesser's earldom while the snow started dancing in the sky as if they were pushing our backs. The journey from Lesser earldom to Zetsu earldom was quite hard. The remnants of the monsters collected by the mid-class demon had built their nests here and there. I thought that the safety of the main road was the responsibility of the viceroy, but Night Hens, who sympathized with villagers grieving about how the soldiers weren't patrolling, undertook the job to hunt the monsters, resulting in our journey not advancing well. It seems Earl Lesser's army, which was nearly destroyed, aren't the only army that aren't patrolling their area. Earl Zetsu's army are also not. If the rumor about Earl Zetsu we've heard along the way is to be believed, it's because the army have been gathered to protect the cities against the demon's surprise attack. After a long journey from the north to the south of Zetsu earldom, we have finally arrived at the southernmost city. Once we leave this city, we should be entering the territory directly under the royal family in several days' time. It's just a little more until the labyrinth city. Please wait for me, Sato-san. Hey, isn't Xena looking strange? Ah, that's she thinking about the boy, firing herself up. Pretend you don't see it and watch over her heartwarmingly. That's right, Ryu. The power of love is really wonderful, isn't it? Mao. Everyone is saying as they please. Especially Iona-san. Your mouth is laughing. There's a sign of an enemy between the cloud above. Is it a monster? It's most likely a wyvern. With Lilio's warning, everyone has started to prepare the action that each one should do. We've been accustomed with the appearance of a powerful enemy ever since we departed Siriu earldom. Everyone has already grasped their own role. All members, prepare for anti-air battle. Night Hens orders vigorously. Ah, it seems there's one person who hasn't grasped his role here. However, the retainer-san promptly covers for him. It seems he's been a retainer for generations, looks like he has it hard. The order is revised. Evacuate to the woods beyond that hill. If the wyvern approaches, Xena and Norina are to knock it down with magic to gain some time. Everyone began to follow the order while looking relieved. Sure wish our new captain, Temp, properly understand his own region's strength. No way dozens people could win against a wyvern. Lilio-san, please stop with the Temp. Even though he's like that, he's doing his best to bear the sudden heavy responsibility. Because Iona likes weakling. If a man comes crying to no, never mind. That's why, stop pulling out that great sword. Okay. Iona-san is going to pull her great sword while smiling, but I think this isn't the time for that. Lilio. Look at that wyvern's tail and right wing. The scout of Norina's squad confirms to Lilio about the out-of-place feelings she's sensed from the wyvern. How'd she see it that high? I can only see it as a small black lump. Let me see. Ah! Everyone abort the retreat. That's the wyvern rider of the kingdom. The ones riding on it is wearing a white armor. Perhaps it's Sir Trell of the 8 Shiga swords? I've heard that he rides a wyvern right. The white armor knight is waving his hand while circling in the sky at low altitude. He must be under some kind of mission. On that day, we heard an unexpected story in the border city, Fa. Dragon. Yet, because of that, all caravans going to the royal capital have been stuck. Apparently, a lower-class dragon has nested in the mountain range on the territory's border. As one would expect, a real dragon, even though it's a lower class, isn't something that humans can do something about. We have no other choice but to be stuck in this Fa city for the time being. Intermission, The Journey of Xena Squad, 2. We've been stuck in Fa city for 1 month already. It'd been alright if there were some way to detour the mountain pass the dragon was occupying, but so long as we can't fly like a bird, we don't have any choice but to go back to Lesser Earldom and go through the mountains range in the south route passing through Muno Earldom, or circumvent through several small kingdoms by passing through Iluet Dukedom. It'll take several months to go through Muno territory route, and going through the small kingdoms is out of question. Even though the purpose will be not to wage war with them, we are still the army of Siriu Earldom after all. Xena-san, how about your side? Unfortunately, every store has raised their price compared to yesterday. We really should have bought it the first day we arrived in the city. Regardless whether we choose to go through Muno Earldom, or wait for the royal army to repulse the dragon, securing provisions are important in order to resume our journey. However, the prices have become so bad we can't buy enough amount. We tried to go the neighboring farm villages to buy directly, but some sharp merchants had already bought them all. Xenaki. There's a small shadow waving hands beyond the crowd. I can't see the figure, but there's only person who call me like that. Lilio and Ryu, who have gone to investigate for the shortcut, come back after 10 days. Doing it in the middle of the road like this would surely make us a hindrance, but I couldn't stand it and went to hug them, celebrating their safe return. Welcome back, Lilio. Did the shortcut look usable? People can probably go through it, but it's impossible for the civil officials and the maids. It's hard even for soldiers, you know? Even I gave up in the middle of the way while wearing my usual armor. If it's impossible for even Ryu, who prides herself in her stamina, it's surely something that's harsh for officials, san. We also saw the dragon on the mountain pass. It's really a lesser dragon. No, that's... According to Ryu and Lilio's story, it doesn't seem to be a lesser dragon. I've certainly never heard a dragon which has colorful color on its head. Moreover, it doesn't have wings. In Iona's opinion, it's probably a subspecies dragon monster like wyvern or hydra. Then if it can be defeated, we can go through the mountain pass, right? If we're talking about size, it's even bigger than a real lesser dragon. Moreover, it can spew out mist-like thing that can melt stones. See? I was relieved to hear that it wasn't a dragon for a brief moment, but then fell like a withered blooming flower from Lilio's and Ryu's words. Do you have any idea why it's placed itself in the mountain pass? Apparently it likes the oranges growing on the pass. It was having a nap while chewing the oranges together with the trees, you know. I wonder if it's a grazing monster? Thinking about the feeding habit of the monster is probably pointless since it apparently drank the stones it melts. For the time being, I suggested them to report to the captain, and then we went to the temporary residence with heavy steps. When I saw a young man with black hair, my eyes involuntarily chased after him. Considering the time when he departs, Sato-san should have been around here. Era? I feel like I've seen that black-haired person, I wonder who? Lilio, who chased my line of sight, said, "Ah. Found you," and then ran after him. That Lilio, what's wrong with her? It was the kid who was waving to Lilio when we left Siriu City before, remember? I remember after hearing Iona-san's words. It's someone from Siriu City, a one-armed person called Joy, or Jomis, who taught me the way to make croquette and starch syrup. Even like this, I'm good at remembering person's face, but I can't remember that person's name or face no matter what. Why are you here now when you departed Siriu City 3 months ago? Didn't you said that you'd make it big in the Labyrinth City? Didn't I say that the plan was undecided? I heard that there was a ruin on the verge of Zetsu Earldom Sea, so I went there to have a look. Did anything appear? You can say something did, and did not appear. What's with that? Lilio and Jo-san's conversation continues without a pause. Even though Lilio should have been tired from the investigation, she seems to be enjoying their conversation while smiling lively. It's said that even goblins can't eat a couple's squabble, so let's leave these young couple and report the shortcut investigation to Captain Hens. You're right. Feel like I'd get a heartburn if I remain here. We waved our hands to Lilio and went back ahead to the barracks to report. Another shortcut? Is there something like that? According to his story, looks like there's one. But Lilio. Even the soldiers san of this city said that there was only one shortcut, didn't they? You see, there seems to be a road that goes past the valley where the dragon Sham from before resides, see? Carriages can't pass through there, but the slope is gentle, so it should be better than the other shortcut. Everyone becomes enlivened with the information that Lilio carries when she gets back as the night advances. Since there's a possibility we can break the current situation. Night Hens was looking like he would immediately charge to the valley, but his retainer skillfully arbitrated him, and then it was decided that we should send a scout unit first. However, why does everyone look at me? I feel a bad premonition. After clearing his throat once, Night Hens ordered, then, I entrust Xena Squad to investigate the valley. Of course we do not have the right to veto it. After receiving the mission, we began to prepare the investigation. The next morning, in order to hear about the shortcut from Lilio-san's boyfriend, we went to a restaurant in the downtown. Then, the problematic places during the journey are the valley where harpies are nesting, and the rocky area that springs up slimes. Yeah, there are other places where monsters come out, but judging from what I've heard from Lilio, you guys should be able to pass through the valley with the fighting forces you have. We're checking the boyfriend's story with an opened map. The map is roughly made, but it's filled with landmarks until the opposite side. Ara, my, John-kun is building a harem. K, Mito. What? Your acquaintance? A woman who seems to be the boyfriend's acquaintance appears, and then she pokes the boyfriend's cheek while floating a joyful look on her face. She has the same black hair as the boyfriend's, and looking at their faces, they seem to come from the same town. Is this perhaps the thing called shuriba? Oh, it's a shuriba. Wait, Ryu. That's right, it looks more like a relationship between a man and a woman, or rather like between siblings. If Iona-san, who's sensitive in regard to relationships, said so, it must be true. I was panicked that it would become a shuriba. This is Mito, a grandma dressing like a young woman. You're cruel, I've said that I'm eternally 20 years old, haven't I? I'll spank children who can't be obedient, you know. That way of talking smells of grandma. Gone. Don't say that out loud. Is it my imagination that they look like they're flirting? Lilio's mood is worsening. Amao, what should I do? I look toward Iona-san for help, but she seems to be enjoying the situation. Ryu has been eager to be the curious onlooker from the beginning. What kind of acquaintance? I picked her up in a ruin. Ruin? Is she an explorer? A long time ago. There was a time when I was an explorer. I feel that she's not an ordinary person, but she doesn't look like a warrior at all. I wonder if she's magician? If that's true, she doesn't seem like she has any wand or tool to invoke magic. Is she maybe your new girlfriend? That's impossible. I'm not into grandmas. That's right, far from having feeling to this cheeky brat, I don't even see him as a man. Foo, fun. Okay then, I believe it. Lilio finally softened after hearing the woman declared that she didn't have any feeling toward the boyfriend San in relaxed manner. After finally returning to the main issue at hand, we finished listening about the route. We would have liked the boyfriend San to guide us if possible, but I can sneak into any place if I'm alone, but I can't show my real ability if I'm with other people. Since my fighting power doesn't even reach you guys' foot, I don't intend to follow you since I'll only become a drag. He confidently refused like such. We pass through the valley that has strange steams coming out of the ground. It's called Withered Valley, and just like the name implies, the trees here are withered. It's alright if we're here for a short time, but it'll be bad for the body if it's for long. Due to the spraying steam, the scenery in the distance is hazy, the poor visibility is worrying. Monsters could have a surprise attack if we let our guard down. Seems that the harpies should appear soon. Should I go to scout? I contemplate for a short while whether I should let Lilio going ahead alone. However, the contemplation is a bit too late. In the next moment, a shadow interrupted by flying past us overhead. Take the anti-air formation. Lilio search for the enemies around us. Iona-san, I'll leave the command after this to you. I begin to chant the spell for anti-sound defense. A captain who can't command once she starts to chant, geez. Yes. There's a high possibility that the shadow earlier is a harpy. Lilio-san, how many crossbows short arrows do we have left? Sorry, there's only 7 left since we used too many for the monster earlier. There's probably only one enemy. Those many should be enough. With Lilio's skill, 7 should be plenty enough. However, the way the harpy flew earlier was odd. Sound protection. It's perfect with this, I think. The fearful thing with harpy is its sleep-inducing song. If we can just defend against that, Lilio should be able to take it down. I start to enter meditation to recover my magic power right at this time. If it's as I've expected, I'd better recover my magic power to the maximum now. We couldn't hear anything thanks to the soundproof, but the harpy attacked from top of the forest while screaming something. Haha. With a target this big, I can hit it with my eyes shut. Lilio's arrow hit the root of the harpy's wing, and the harpy, which had lost its ability to fly, crashed to the ground. Ryu, guard Xena-san. Oh, you. Leave it to me. Iona-san mercilessly smashes the harpy's head with her great sword. Lilio has also pulled her short sword, but it looks like there's no turn for her. And then, slightly after it, the creature that was chasing the harpy showed its visage between the gaps of the withered valley's trees. That is the strongest being. Intermission, The Journey of Xena Squad, 3. That is, Dragon. Something that humans can never win against. The existence that even the mobilized holy knights from the royal capital were barely able to repulse. It seems to be a lesser dragon judging from its body size, but there is no point to such classification. If we fight we will definitely lose. No, it won't even be a fight, but a simple trample. That appears from beyond the haze, glaring at us. The dragon is doing just that, but it's enough to make us forget to breathe and solidified our body. We cannot take any action. The actual elapsed time should only be for a moment, but I feel that it's the longest I've felt in my life. As if losing its interest, the dragon shifts its line of sight from us to the harpy's body, and then he's turning its head toward the haze once again. I almost fell down from the relief, but even slight sound might attract the dragon's attention. I grit my teeth and endure it. The dragon was going to turn its body around, at that time. A new intruder appears. Heya, Heya. For I am the one praised in Shiga Kingdom, the 4th seat of Shiga 8 Sword, Trell the Gale. Right now and then, I challenge Dragon Dano to a match. He's begun to introduce himself to the dragon while circling in the sky while riding the wyvern. Shiga 8 Swords are the strongest warriors of Shiga Kingdom. It seems there is a magic weapon that's even longer than a lance on the hand of Sir Trell who's riding the wyvern. However, his opponent is too much for him. It's something powerful enough to fight the greater demon which appeared in Siriuhu City Castle alone. If the silver-masked hero didn't appear at that time, none of us would have been able to survive. The dragon collects its power and in an instant springs up to the sky, flying without even doing an approach run. Its eyes I saw when it was jumping up was glittering like a mischievous boy. It must have been my imagination. Oi, Lilio! You've to run now. That goes for the squad leader over there too. My arm was caught and pulled from behind. It was John-san wearing leather armor who has appeared out of nowhere. Behind him, there's the woman called Mito wearing casual clothes as if I'm going out for a bit to buy something. She waves her hand lightly when our eyes meet. As accepted, she does wear journey boots, but it's amazing how she's wearing those clothes to a place like this. Oi, squad leader San! Oh right, all members disperse. To behind the rock. I came back to my sense from John-san's puzzled words, and then ordered everyone. In the sky, the dragon is fighting Sir Trell like it's playing around. It's as if a cat playing with a mouse. During that chance we successfully evacuate to the crevice on the Withered Valley's rocky cliff that John-san led to. Sheesh, there wasn't any dragon when I came here before, you know. Era? Isn't there a rumor about a dragon in the whole town? That's about the sub-dragon thing that likes oranges above the mountain pass. Therefore, we should assume that it's the existence that's driven away the sub-dragon above the pass. John-san and Mito-san are casually talking in front of us, but my mind hasn't recovered enough to participate. Actually, even Lilio is only watching the conversation between the two while looking displeased, since she's not in the state to join them. It seems the dragon is tired at chasing them. It knocks the wyvern down to the ground. The knocked wyvern is rolling on the ground toward us while getting the withered trees mowed. Oi oi, don't come here. Era, that wyvern can't fly anymore, I think. Just as Mito-san said, the wyvern's arm that supports the wing is broken until the middle part. It's in awful state. It probably can't fly anymore unless it's healed with advanced healing magic. The wyvern seemed to have absorbed the impact as Sir Trell, who had been thrown from such height, was still able to firmly hold his lance while shedding blood. O dragon! I hang my whole life on this spear. Warriors, hand down my deed. Red light tingles on Sir Trell's lance, and then the tip of the spear produces light. Perhaps that's magic edge at. That's. John-san held his breath and remained silent after hearing Mito-san. Magic edge is a secret technique that only two people can use, even in Siriu earldom. Now. Come. Magic edge rupturing strike. Sir Trell charges toward the dragon while wielding the lance like a cannonball. The ground he's stepped upon is gouged, flinging dust behind. While leaving red afterglow on the white haze, the lance stabs the dragon as if sucking into it. With that technique, it should be able to pierce through the dragon's scale, no doubt. The lance tip is creating intense sparks on the dragon's surface. Yet, the lance tip doesn't even reach the dragon's scale. It's blocked by defensive membrane of light that acts like an armor, appearing before the dragon's scale before I knew it. Not yet. Responding to Sir Trell's spirited yell, the red light that covered the whole lance's surface gathered on the tip, and it successfully cracked the defense membrane of the dragon a little. Awesome! Old man's cool. Beside me, Mito-san is clapping lightly. I wonder why this person is so carefree. Grow. The dragon leaned its neck to one side, and removed the lance that had stopped on its scale like someone brushing off a biting bug. Sir Trell, who's distracted by the sudden disappearance of the lance on his hand, is flicked away by the dragon's hand. Like the wyvern earlier, Sir Trell rolled on the ground and then lost his consciousness. His level should have been more than 40, yet someone like that is played like a child to such an extent. The dragon approaches Sir Trell, and poke him with its finger to see his reaction. Zenatan, can you use healing magic? Why, yes, I can do the simple one. I'm concerned with Mito-san's strange way of calling me, but it's not the time for that now. How about something like the advanced cure stream? I'm sorry, I'm only up to middle rank. Is that so? Then healing bone fracture is not possible. Mito-san doesn't look like she's dejected by my words, and then after contemplating for a bit, she speaks unexpected words with a cheerful smile and walks out. Then, can't be helped. Everyone hides here, okay? Oi, Grandma Mito. Old person's indiscretion is. Is this the bad mouth here? Young beautiful Oni-san, it was a slip. John-san was going to follow Mito-san, who had carefreely gone out of our hiding place, but Lilio-san hurriedly caught his arm and hugged it on her chest. I also tried to stop Mito-san with low voice, but she told me, it's okay, just watch, with a smile. The dragon-kun over there. The game's ended okay. The old man can't fight anymore, so can you go back to Fujisan Mountains? Zuguan. Era, it's really no use. She took out a stick from a black hole that had appeared beside her. Is that a wand? Or maybe a flail? Can't be helped. Then I'll be your opponent for the second round. She produces transparent blades and boards around her that look like something created with nature magic. They are like shields that protect her, like spears that eliminate foreign enemies, and like living creatures that follow her every movement. It's like the offense and defense advanced magic of the ancient King Sama in the legend magic. Come to think of it, when did she chant the spell, I wonder? Let's get away for a bit. The invisible rain of cannonballs that Mito-san has shot hit the surface of the dragon and get repelled away. The dragon, who was standing upright when it fought Sir Trell just before, looked like it was hurt from this attack and flew to the sky, running away. A dragon is running away? Then, I'll be going for a bit. She went to challenge the dragon in the sky by jumping through the sky, as if there were invisible scaffolds in the air. This might be the first time I've seen someone nimbler than Sato-san. I don't know the detail of Mito-san and the dragon's fight since it's unfolding beyond the withered valley's haze. However, from the screams of the dragon, and laughter full of joy that could be heard once in a while, it must be a one-sided battle. If people hear about this story, they must not believe it, thinking that it's a joke. After we've finished giving emergency treatment to Sir Trell, the area around here has become silent, as the battlefield may have moved beyond the withered valley. Hey, just who is that person really? I said I dunno. She was sleeping beyond the hidden door in the depth of the ruin. Maybe she was living in the ruin interior. That can't be right. Rather than that, can you please be quiet for a bit? I close my mouth from Iona-san's words, and listen carefully. I can hear sounds of flapping wings from beyond the haze. So it's the dragon who won in the end, I wonder? Oi, it's over. It was the figure of Mito-san waving hand on the back of the dragon. Her other hand is holding a chain produced by magic that connects to the dragon's head as if it's a horse rein. I'm going to return this child to Tenchan in Fujisan Mountains, so this is a farewell. John-kun, it was short but fun. If you miss me, you can probably find me in the downtown of the royal capital. I won't miss you. Or rather, take me along with you. I'm sorry, I can't bring other people to the sacred ground of heavenly dragons. See ya. After Mito-san said so while waving energetically, she flew away beyond the sky by driving the dragon. Her figure was like the ancient King Sama and the Dragon Knight Sama that appear in the story of the Kingdom Found. In the end, we decided to part from John-san and the Withered Valley, and stopped our search to carry Sir Trell back to Fa Town. About Sir Trell, it seems he was going to retire from Shiga 8 Swords due to his old age, and so he was apparently searching for an opponent appropriate for his parting. During that occasion, he heard the rumor about the dragon, so he thought it would be fit to be his last opponent before retiring, so he said. It seems he never thought that he would survive in the first place, he muttered. I've failed to die while staring at the empty sky while the day is fading into twilight. He must be praying for the peace of the wyvern that has died. About the shortcut search which had been interrupted, we didn't need to resume it. A few days after this, the sub-dragon has been eliminated. I've heard hearsay that the one who subjugated the sub-dragon wasn't the dispatched royal knights, but the violet-haired Hiro-sama who wielded the kingdom defense holy sword Clea Mitsolet. Maybe that Hiro-sama's identity might be Mito-san. Thus the dragon disturbance ended, and we were able to resume our journey toward the labyrinth city once again after we acquired provisions from some kind merchant. After many mysterious cases, we finally arrived at the gate of the labyrinth city. The two huge stone statues on both sides of the gate are glaring as if they were the gatekeepers. This here is the labyrinth city, Selbera. I'm going to see you soon. Sato-san. SS Hot Sand Extra Hard Training. Arisa, how many meter? Wait a minute, it's 1109 meters at WAI, new record. That's right, congrats. Arisa is talking from beyond the sand dune. Magic is amazing. As expected of Tama Nanotasu. Poki also won't lose notice Wio. I see Poke greatly waving her hands beyond the sand dune. With a small po-hyun sound, Poke jumps. Ah, she broke her balance. She begun to spin, guru guru bosun, and then she got buried into the sand dune. After Poke, Liza and Nana also jump. Both jump shorter than Poke's. Because, they're big. Poke who's buried in the sand dune isn't coming out. I rushed to her anxiously, but before I could dug her out, Poke pushed her way out, wasa wasa, and came out. Pei, I failed Notisu. Poke shakes her body to remove the sand. Of course I had ran away before she did that. Mwu. I'm sorry, Nanotisu. Mia who's been completely covered with sand is pouting. Poke apologizes to Mia while brushing the sands off her. Poke, you're 1050 meters. Unfortunately. Regrettable Nanotisu. Poke, don't mind. I won't lose next time Notisu. Poke is challenging for a rematch while taking the Chopin pose. Of course, I'll take up her challenge anytime. Because, Tama is the Oni-chan. I'm having a dashing competition with Poke to race back to Master. Mia who's buried in the sand behind us is really angry. Poke goes first this time. She leaps toward the third acceleration gate ring with the flickering movement. Owa, Nanotisu. Poke jumps and spins like before. She looks like she's having fun. Perhaps, doing the jumping spin is fun? I looked up when I felt a gaze, there was the gentle smile of Master. I reflexively laugh, Nipa. You can imitate Poke if you want, but be careful not to talk during the spinning since you could bite your tongue okay? Aye sir. Master sees through everything Nian. Tama replies Master with Chopin pose, and then goes toward the acceleration gate. Yo Don. I try to break my balance in the air like Poke. Spin, spin, my eyes are spinning. The sky goes below, the ground goes above, it's dizzyingly fun. Even though Masters warned me, laughter escaped my mouth spontaneously. Ah, the ground is all ready. I plunged into the sand dune like, bosun. But it can't stop the jumping force, I break through the sand dune, pop out to the other side just like that, and then roll on the ground. Fun. I shake the sand off, exchange a look at Poke who's run to me worryingly, and then laugh out loud. Now, once more. SS Hot Sand Extra Hard Training, 2, Flying Boots Arc. It was fun. After playing so much until I can't move anymore, I'm resting on the water bed that Mia's made. Poke is also sleeping beside me. Arisa who's together with Master and Lulu came teleporting in. Everyone, is there any place where it's hurt? Master asks full of worry, but it's all right. There is no pain anywhere, I'm only sleeping from fatigue. Everyone replies the same. Looks like firing the catapult with the acceleration gate and the deployment of shell to act as the gliding board are going well. However, isn't it dangerous if they break their balance like Poke if it's not in the desert? Poke isn't hurt Notiswio. Normally people will hurt badly with that velocity even if it's in the desert with the sand acting as cushions. However, the sum of the shell, besides the part that acts as gliding wings, protects the passenger with thin membrane, so some amount of impact is not a problem. Master's explanation is difficult Nian. I'd like for something a bit simpler. I drink the sport drink that Lulu gave me and recover my spirit. After drinking and giving the cup back to Lulu, Tama plays signal with Poke who also doesn't understand. Then, let's try the flying boots this time. It's the magic circuit that was used for the false Clayamite Sola back then. Hui. Have you finally succeeded making people fly with it? It's a different circuit than that one. The fuel consumption is very bad though. This magic circuit is something that imitates the sky drive I use. I wear the pink boots that Master gave me. The small wings beside the heel are cute. When you put magic power into the boots, a force field that will support your body will appear for an instant. Do your best Notisu. New, it's difficult. My feet are sticking like Kyu and Famu. It's like when you fall into a pit hole. However, it's fine. Because, Tama is a ninja. Oh, as expected of Tama. Oh wah, you're walking in the sky. You're good. Master and Arisa praise Tama. More, praise Tama more please. Tama grows up with praise. Mumwu. Ah, I fell. Nanodesu. It's difficult isn't it? On the side, Mia and Poka didn't do well, their faces crashed to the sand. Liza seems like she hasn't risen from the ground in the first place. Keep at it. I cheer everyone while walking in the sky. With a pair and Hinamaru folding fans I've got from Master on both hands, I dance the Razy NG up dance. Arisa taught me to do this for when I'm cheering. Area, my eyes are spinning. Are you okay, Tama? The sky is spinning. You ran out of magic power, hey. The circuit really still need improvement after all. Master supplied me with magic power while I was being princess carried. Since it's become like this already, I'll cheer everyone while we're like this. Master's arms felt warm, it was full of happiness, I went to sleep. I have to cheer. Impossible Nian. The drowsy person is too strong. Good night tea. Zzz. SS, the melancholy of Lariril. I can't believe it. No one will reply even if I raise my voice in my private room. Even though I've been entrusted to take care of the mansion left behind by Sage Sama, a human brat becomes the new master. It would have been nice if it was the elf Misinalia Sama instead. Moreover, he made up a foolish story like being a friend of the High Elf Sama and even made Misinalia Sama to take part in that. He's a vexing guy. Furururu, the manager medallion is making a sound. When I looked at the medallion while thinking it was probably the brat calling, turned out it came from the world tree. I checked my appearance in a hurry, then I tapped the medallion lightly, turning it into a telephone. Nice to meet you, you're Lariril right? Sama, that's wrong. It's Lariril. No way oh. I'm sorry, Lariril. I said it's Lariril. I usually would have shouted, stop mistaking other people's name, but I don't have leeway to do that now. Because the one who's projected from the medallion isn't just a normal elf Sama, it's the sacred tree Sama that looks so divine as if it's smashing my eyes. High elf Aelai Sama. I will surely die today. Even just meeting an elf Sama has taken me 10 years of my duty, to think that I'm exchanging words with the sacred tree Sama whom my senile grandfather never meets. I don't care about something like mistaking my name. Lariril, please treat Sato well okay. Sato should be able to use the Ivy Mansion's facilities effectively. He's also aware of Tuya's last will, so I'm sure he will only use it for good. I will follow Sacred Tree Sama's wish. I will serve him with all my heart. Sama, there's a call from Byrawanan clan regarding the Philosopher's Stone matter from before. Ara, I should go see them right away. Then Lariril, it's right isn't it? Do your best to help Sato okay? To get an encouragement from Sacred Tree Sama and called me by name. I'm elated enough to die happy. I'll help the brat with anything if there's an additional gain like this. Hey? Are you not with Misinalia Sama? Br, Satudano. Yet, Mia is working hard in the labyrinth. I've come to use the workshop. For a mere human to call Elf Sama with her nickname, he's a very impolite guy. However, since Holy Tree Sama has asked me, this Lariril will smash her selfishness and help you. He probably won't be able to operate even one facility of this mansion without my help anyway. Why is he operating a device he's just seen for the first time like it's usual for him? That's because I've looked over the documents left by the late Trezewiya. Moreover, I've been in hearing with Jiril about the Ivy Mansion's facilities, so there's no problem. Lariril, sorry, but I'm going synthesize the culture fluid, so can you please bring me some hygienic tray and large bucket? Why, yes. He shouldn't be able to use them even if he has been taught though. He's managing them well, isn't he? Weird. Even this Lariril-sama learned the way to use those equipments only after undergoing hellish training from senile Gramp for several years. But, brat, Satudano is using them normally. He's like a chef cooking a dish using tools he's familiar with. He's using several alchemy equipments with magic in parallel. I can't believe my eyes. Moreover, even though he's assisted by the fake core of this mansion, he hasn't lost his magic power even after using those many magic at mad pace. I can't believe he's a human. It's too impossible, my head's hurt, geez. He's certainly fit to be recognized by Sacred Tree-sama. That's it. Satu-sama must be a demigod or an apostle of the gods pretending to be a human, no doubt about it. I can consent to that. There's no way a human can be a friend of Sacred Tree-sama, and married to an elf-sama. I'm going back to the mansion since some urgent business came up. Lariril, I'm sorry but please clean up the workshop. Yes, I understand Satu-sama. I have to serve him with all my heart from now on. After seeing Satu-sama who's going out, I rolled my sleeves and went to clean up the workshop.